couple of other things we have are little readers. So this one starts with, this is K1. This is what it looks like in there. Different stories, but you can kind of get the idea. That one is number 1. Here's number 3. I think there's 6 or 7 of them. You can see how they go up in there. And this is number 6 and their level of difficulty. And each story is very sweet. It has a different part of speech that they're working on. Song School Latin is something that a lot of kids love. My daughters have enjoyed the DVD that goes with it. It's just a lot of fun. If you're going to do Latin and challenge, this is a really fun program to start learning a language. And the DVDs are just fun, and my girls have just asked to do it, and we haven't, it really hasn't been like schoolwork at all for them. And I would definitely recommend that, but definitely not necessary. Now, Story of the World is just a history curriculum that follows along with CC's cycles. So cycle 1, 2, and 3 pairs along with this. Has audio discs that come that you can purchase, and I bought those. Or you can get the book and you can read it. And then there is a activity book that goes with it. So make a ward off the plague necklace. Make a plague doctor mask. I've seen some of the examples of it, which are a lot of fun. And then at the back, they have some other kind of crafts and cutouts and coloring that you can do. There's the plague mask template and some just fun things. I enjoy that one. Lyrical Life Science is something a lot of people will use too. It's just a support curriculum material that ties in with when we go over here's the human body. So there's songs. It's done through fun songs. You can look some of this more up on the internet. Excretory system, of course I picked that up. And workbook. Very easy for kids to learn, and like with everything else classical, it's just done through repetition. So you get it in layers, a little bit done each year. So you don't have to wonder, what age group will that be for? My 6 and 7-year-olds can enjoy aspects of it, the songs, and then in a couple years as we cycle through again, then they'll get a deeper and richer education from it. Here we have the resources that we use in CC. So tutors, this is great resources for you to have. These are the experiments that we do every week. This we will be covering in class as well. My body goes through the different systems in the body, so you can photocopy these and then color and cut them out and actually make a life-size body. This goes over the artists that we go over and has art projects for us. And this is a fun book. So if you're not in CC, I also recommend that one. And then this is a principle behind some of our drawing techniques as well. Prescripts is a cursive drawing program. Has different themes to it. Here's American history, and they're at different levels of writing and this kind of skill. So each one is just a little bit different. This one's cursive letters and coloring modern to medieval world history. So this one's a simpler version. And it goes all the way through. Here's scripture. And it has little faces, some drawing practice. Math terms. None of these tie to any particular cycle. They're more just on the subjects. So a little bit of just drawing and cursive writing. This has a little bit of everything. I'm just flipping through here so that you can see, since you won't be able to flip through the books at home. And here's one for American documents. This one's very pretty and gives you passages that you can copy. I think this is one of the prettiest books, and I wouldn't mind practicing this kind of handwriting myself. So this is definitely for the older student. And here's another one for the older student as well. This one is poetry. And then we have one for world history. This is a much more basic book, very good starter. And it's big, so you can trace it with your finger and then do the practice underneath. And $6 for that workbook, that's a great deal. This is a math book that I like, so I'm just highlighting to you the things that I am familiar with and that I use. There are many other resources in our catalog. This is a good mathematics basics from counting to calculus. And I am not a math person, or it's just not my thing, but this has really helped me to understand some very basic parts of math and be able to explain it then, rather than just follow along with the program. I really like it. I have done videos just on this all by itself before. Teaching the Classics is something that I bought. It's not a necessary thing, but it's not something that we cover in CC either. And I like it just for story writing. But you get kind of what you need in our Essentials program as far as story writing. This is a little bit more like fiction and kind of creating your own. Writing Road to Reading is a popular book. Dictation, listen, read. I just wish you guys could come to the book tables and look through everything. Our Mother Tongue, I like this for an Essentials grammar. This gives you the basic of some grammar basics. Here are some things that it goes through. I have used this through every year of Essentials, and even up through Challenge A and B when I needed to learn some more of my grammar for Latin. Pay attention in your Essentials classes for one day you'll be going into Latin and you'll want to have known your grammar. You will thank me by the time you get to Challenge. Here is a book, War Against Grammar. This is the first time I've picked this one up before, though it's been in the bookstore, and it looks really good. I read through a couple pages of it today, and I really want to read through the rest of it. Look that one up. And then these are two books that I recommend to a lot of parents. I always have copies of this to hand out to Essentials parents who just need a little bit of extra help with diagramming sentences. So it gives you some other sentences that are just a little simpler than some that you get in Essentials. Gives you problems to do, and then gives you the answers. So a little bit more normal English, like the cat chased the dog, rather than Jesus loved us and died for us, which are some just a little bit more cumbersome sentences. It's just extra help. Math games. My son loved math games in Essentials, and we love to do card math. You can always have a math lesson with you when you have a deck of cards with you. This is an inexpensive book. It's $11, and I think public schoolers, anybody who has kids that need a little bit of extra math practice can work on that, and it can be a fun thing. And lastly, transcripts made easy. This is a wonderful resource, very easy to read through, all about what you'll need for the high school years. This is not part of Foundations, but it was on the table here, and I just want everybody to know about it. You can homeschool through high school. It's doable. You do not need a program. You don't need outside help. CC is full of resources for homeschooling, and you are capable.